so we're actually getting close to the property. It'll be on the left. We're heading west, so it'll be on the south side of the road. And you can see a little house over here with the red metal roof. That's a pretty good landmark. You can come two ways to get here. You can come from the north off, I believe, Highway 76, or you can come straight out of Ava, take 14 down to the Veracruz access, and then come up a hill and do it that way. And that way's probably a little longer, at least from Springfield, the way we came. But we happen to be looking at a different property, so you see the property. It's on the left as we face west on the county road. Now it is steep off of here. The property is basically completely wooded. It's late winter. I guess you could call it early spring. You'll see some of the dogwoods and redbuds are out. But I mean, it's got an incredible view off to the south, especially if some of these trees up by the road were removed. We're looking down at the Bryant River Valley, basically. The Bryant River snakes along the bottom of the valley there, and you can see the Veracruz access to the Bryant River. That's public access. It's only about a half mile from the property as the crow flies, or closer than that, really. But by road, it's probably 2 miles, mile and a half. Now you can see it is steep on this part. You could potentially put a road in, but it would be a task. But this property does have a nice level spot here toward the northwest, I guess. You can see it's starting to level out. Nice mature timber. I'll pull up here and park. I don't know if you can pull right on the property or not right now. It looks like this would need to be cleared out a little bit. We literally just got these properties maybe a week ago. So we've done nothing to them. When we get a bunch of properties at once, we tend to just keep them as they are, keep the prices really low, and sell them all quickly. So here we have some nice mature timber. I see pines, I see hardwoods, I can see some cedar trees. This would take probably 20 minutes with a skid loader to scrape away some of this bank, and you'd have a nice level entrance into the property. If you buy it and you just don't have the time or resources to get a skid loader out here, you can talk to us and we can try to schedule something. There's an old fence line here, watch out for that. And this is actually a beautiful spot. Oh, that's a nice pine. Big mature pine. I've never been on this property. I've seen it from the road. I've never set foot on it. And there's a surprising amount of big mature timber on this property. I see 8 or 10 just from where I am, well, more than that, mature big pine trees. We're talking 16, 18, 20-inch pine trees, and quite a few medium-sized ones. And then I see oak all over the place as well. It slopes down as you go south toward the creek. It doesn't border the creek, but it comes close. And you're extremely close to that public access area, which is really nice. I think that's about 80 acres of public land that the state maintains, and they have 2 campsites, primitive bathrooms, just beautiful spot on the Bryant Creek and on Hunter Creek. Very, very close to this property. I see the hardwoods. I like the hardwoods, but I just love the pine. So hard to find mature pine, and we're talking big, big pine on this property. Amazing hunting land out here. I mean, you will see so many deer and turkey. We're only about 12 or 15 miles out of Ava, which is the biggest regional city. From there you could go north to Mansfield, west into Springfield, or go north from there up toward Hartville and I-44 and Lebanon. So it's very peaceful and secluded, but you're not 100 miles from nowhere out here. There is civilization within a few miles. You saw the house down the road about a quarter mile to the east. There's actually power even closer than that. If we continue north on this county road another couple hundred feet, there's a power line right there. So obviously I have not explored the property, but this is probably your best bet for a good building site. This area right here off the road. Since it's late winter, early spring, we don't really have any leaves on the trees yet. And I can get a taste of what this view to the south would be if some of these smaller trees were removed. You'd be looking miles to the south. Several ridges, that river valley. I can see a glimpse of some small fields on the other side of the river. It's gorgeous. Really beautiful property. Once it's been paid for in full, you could harvest the trees, you could use them to make your own log cabin. Of course, the property has to be paid for in full before that. That's with any property we sell on terms. But as far as removing some trees up on this this building area, we can definitely give you written permission for that. Just get with us and let us know what your plan is, and we can either meet you out here, or you can mark the trees you want to remove, and we can give you written permission for a building site and for roads and trails. So peaceful out here. And if you do get bored for some reason on your property, or even on that 80 acres of state land, we're within a few miles of thousands and thousands and thousands of acres of national forest, Mark Twain National Forest. And you can use that for hunting, for camping. There's trails for trail riding. Pretty amazing situation out here in Douglas County, Missouri. Look at those big pines, monster pines. I'm staring right into the sun, so that they probably look like black poles, but they are big, beautiful, mature pine trees. I'll walk back up to the road and then we'll shut down the video, but really good access, county maintained road. These are gravel county roads. I see a lot of people with cars out here, but in my mind a truck or an SUV is pretty nice. If there's a bad rainstorm and the county hasn't had a chance to grade the road, you'll be glad that you have a truck or an SUV generally. But actually these are in pretty good shape. There's the acreage with the big mature pines and big mature hardwoods. Just north of Bryant Creek in Douglas County, Missouri. Beautiful property.